Earthlings. I'm a little under the weather today. Excuse me. Shaved my mustache off for one simple reason: sucking pollen up into my nose. Pretty much every year around this time, if I've got a beard and mustache, I shave the mustache off. And pollen is really rampant right now. Through that wall right there are a bunch of goats and one sheep. My wife's getting rid of a bunch of goats. I don't know if she's called the guy yet or not to see if he's coming. He was supposed to come today and get them. As you can tell, I'm in the office. Church yesterday, I don't know how to describe it. Let me just describe it. Went to church. I had a breakfast burrito. I finished eating it in the church building. My son Nick and I got there a little early, and Sister Jessie hadn't opened the building up yet. She has a key to it, but she didn't have hand strength to turn the alarm off, so she told my son Nick how to do it, so he did. We went in. Just a second. We went in and sat down, and people started arriving. Initially, there were only 10 of us in the room. It's the fellowship hall where the kitchen and tables are in a giant square so we can all see each other. And my best friend Jerry gave the Sunday school lesson. He did a really good job of it. We do not have a pastor right now. Now, I texted him, and what we did, we'd done it 2 Sundays in a row. There's a real strong man of God named Craig Stark out in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our little church, as few as we are in numbers, pay a lot of money to that mission, Grace of Light Mission in Las Vegas, Nevada. Craig has a ministry among the homeless. That ministry was started by my late pastor, Larry Fry. And Craig has carried on, and he's somebody I love with my whole heart. I wish my wife and I could be out there often, but we can't. But Craig gave a sermon for the second meeting, and we had it in the fellowship hall too. I texted my best friend Jerry. I thought, okay, I've got people harassing me on my phone. Anyway, that's something entirely different from being in here. Anyway, one of the things that happened while we were there, Jerry walked in and he was barely walking, and he has a walking boot. Like when your leg gets broke and they put a boot on his left leg, and found out that he has a lot of goats. He and my wife have a goat conspiracy, I think. They both have a bunch. Jerry's got far more than she does. But he was out checking his goats, and I don't know if one butted him or he tripped over it or what, but he injured his left leg. And so he's more like a brother to me than my best friend. So I gave him the other one of these I was carrying, and I had a spare in the bedroom. That's it right there. That's tape I put over it. I've had this one for years, and I wore it out so bad that the padded part came off of it. It just kept breaking. That's fine. It works. But I told Bubba, you need to keep that thing and use it. It's not a loan, it's a gift. You never know when you're going to need one. And he was thankful. But the long and short of what I'm saying about yesterday's church service, even though it was off kilter a little bit, I could sure feel the Spirit of God in that room. It, rather than have a couple of young men we call ushers, take up the offering for tithing, they just put the bowl at the end of the tables and people put their tithing in there. And it was a very sweet experience for me. I don't know, and it was Mother's Day yesterday. I'll get to that in a minute. I don't know how to describe it anyway but sweet. So, Nick and I went to Dollar General and did a little shopping before we went home. And he got his mom a body pillow for Mother's Day, and my son Brandon got her ice cream, pistachio almond, which is her favorite kind. It was quite a mess. It really was yesterday afternoon. What do I mean by that? Well, getting the goats. Nick and I had to go to Tractor Supply and buy all stock sweet feed to entice the goats into that pen. It's got a 6-foot tall fence. The goats jump over a 4-foot and a 5-foot. They can't jump over that one. So, now who's calling? I get pestered from the time I get up in the morning until I go to bed at night. I get phone calls from what do you call they're spam calls, robocalls, and people claiming to be from the Social Security Bureau and telling me what I need to do with my benefits, and they need a credit card number and all that. It's crap. That is not how Social Security operates, folks. It's like someone mailing my wife telling her she has to be on Blue Cross Blue Shield and that she owes $8,000 before it'll start paying anything. That's crap. That's not how Social Security works. The scammers are out full time, guys, and they are rampant. Gotta get a sip. But yesterday afternoon, getting the goats rounded up and into that pen there, it's attached at the corner, that corner right there. Let me just, right over there, where my coffee maker and all that is. That's the corner of the building, and the fence is attached to that. Well, they leaned a barbecue deal against it, and left it. Well, when she said, well, I don't know if that'll hold them. So in my flip-flops and shorts and a t-shirt, I came out here into the office yesterday evening, got my drill gun, I have a box up here that I keep screws and a control thing for a drill, you know, a little key that chuck key that you tighten it up, and if I need something handy, that's where it's at. So I came out here and I got into it, and I got a bunch of screws and some things to use to clip over in that kind of shape, little corner brackets, excuse me, to sink into the 2x6 at the corner. Actually, the corners on this building are like that. I think they call it a California corner or something like that, but we did that, and 16 inches to center, and, you know, 2x6 walls, and it's insulated, and the ceiling's got insulation on it. And we did that, and it's a pretty solid addition. Well, I drilled in several places, 3 or 4, to where they absolutely could not push the fence out and get out. They do that all the time. They were doing that, trying that, when I walked out there, and I fixed it so they cannot push through the fence and get out and then jump the fence and run all over the road and everything else. Word to the wise, if you get goats, you better have a way to contain them. Our fencing originally 10 years ago when we moved here, we had our horses out there and they wouldn't go over. You could put a string up and those horses wouldn't get loose and run off. And where is that fly swatter? I swear, I got these little bees, little black bees. I don't know where that fly swatter is. What did I do with it? See if I can find it. Oh. Well, I'll find it later. I got it with my head, I think. Linda calls anything that flies and stings a bee, but they're a little wasp. They're solid black. They're about the size of a large red ant with a stinger on the tail. And I had one get me night before last, stung me here. That looks like a bruise from something hit me, but that's where it stung me also. And on this hand, stung me about 4 or 5 times. I finally took my flop off and killed it, and then I picked it up, and when I picked it up it wasn't dead yet, and just kept on stinging. So is my life. That's how my life goes. But anyway, getting back to the subject at hand, goats will get out. The fence my best friend Jerry has, about an 11-acre paddock over at his cabins, is I think 7 or 8 feet tall, and they get out of that one. Any way they can press through something or go over or under, they will do it. So my advice is, don't get goats unless you've got a way to keep them contained. The guy getting the ones off of Linda has several hundred acres, and he's just going to turn the males loose under pecan trees. Let them keep it eaten down. And after I do this, I'm probably going to have to go get the kids from the bus stop. I overslept this morning, but you get to a point that you're just going and going and going, and it's like I told my sweetheart earlier in the parlor, I'm having to take today off. I can't work anymore. I'm going to have to rest today. Day after tomorrow, I've got to go back to the Indian hospital in Ada and have them give more blood. And you do what you got to do. And it's like I told my best friend Jerry at church yesterday, I'm not scared of cancer. I've beaten it 6 times, literally, including skin cancer. Precancerous enzymes showed up. They're worried about it. And I'm kind of like one of these tough old leather boots I got on. I've had these boots for 15 years and I still wear them. They're still not worn out. They're made out of bull hide. Well, maybe I'm kind of made out of bull hide too. Or BS hide. I don't know which. I'm going to try to post this on both channels. It keeps me from having to film a second one, but this one's for the Be Kind channel, is what it's for. Now, I've pretty much said everything I wanted to say this today, and I normally wouldn't do this on a Monday. Usually it's a Tuesday, but my scheduling is really messed up right now, a great deal. Took a shower this morning. You took a shower? Yes, I took a shower. And lo and behold, one of those little black bees was in the shower. And all I did with it is there's several shampoo bottles and body wash and all that. I just took the body wash bottle and boom, it had landed right on the knob. Our shower has one big knob and I killed that dude and washed it down the drain. I'm tired of getting bit all the time or stung all the time. I naturally draw stingers and biters. I don't know why. I've been that way my whole life. I think it's probably the devil trying to get rid of me. My son Nick has the same affliction. They show up and they go after him. Well, folks, that is absolutely all I've got to say, except that I want you to be kind like the sign says. You would be absolutely amazed what a little bit of kindness can accomplish. I love all of you, and God bless you, and have a great day. Bye.